Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Eugenia Kim and today I will share with you this beautiful cute turtle pattern. This is for absolute beginners. I will show step by step everything, so at the end you will get the turtle ready without any difficulties. You can make of different sizes. If you are absolute beginner, I recommend to use a bit chunkier yarn. That way you will be more comfortable, but you can choose depending on what yarn and hook size you want to use. So for the small one, I use 2.5 millimeter crochet hook, and for the bigger one, I used 4 millimeters. So if we measure, the small one from tail to head is around 8 centimeters, and the big one is 14. But if you want even bigger, you can either make more rows and just proportionally multiply the number of rows, or use chunkier yarn and bigger size hook. Actually, these turtles, they don't require much yarn, so if you have leftover yarn, this is a perfect project to use it. And it requires just to be able to crochet single crochet, and that's perfect for absolute beginners. The pattern is easy, and I will show you how to make the top part. Then you can make the bottom by yourself. This one is also circles that I fold in half, and the head had the same idea, so we will learn the basic amigurumi technique. So let's get started. So for this tutorial I chose to use orange yarn, and I hope you will see stitches very well. As I said, this tutorial is for absolute beginners, so I really want you to see clearly and to follow each step, so at the end you will enjoy this beautiful turtle. So let's start with the magic ring. You have to grab the yarn, wrap around 2 fingers, make an X like this, turn, and you have 2 yarns. Grab your hook, hook down, and pull, grab the second yarn, twist. Now you can release the ring and put the working yarn over, pull through the loop, and right now we are going to single crochet into the magic ring. So insert your hook into the ring, grab the yarn, you have 2 yarns on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2. You have 1 single crochet. Insert into the ring, 2, 3. You have 2 single crochet. Now grab the yarn, 2 yarn, yarn over, pull through 2, 3. One more time. I'm showing a bit faster. 4. In total we need 6. So now I have 5, and this is my last one. 6. Right now you have to grab the tail and pull it to close the magic ring. This was row 1. Now we are going to make row 2. For row 2 you have to make increase, means 2 single crochet into each stitch, so you will have 12 stitches at the end of this row. To proceed, I recommend to use a marker, so let me take one for me. For marker I use just the contrast color yarn. You can use special markers. It's just to know where we finish and where we start, so you don't have to count each stitch. Place a marker and So we are going to insert our hook under both loops, one and two. Grab the yarn, pull, and you have 2 loops on the hook. Yarn over, pull through 2, and you have your first single crochet. We are making an increase, and an increase means 2 single crochet under same. So into the same chain, into the same 2 loops, you put your hook again and you make another single crochet. Now we are moving to the next one. Under both loops, grab your yarn, 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2, and make an increase again. So row 2 means you have 6 increases or 12 stitches. Keep making an increase until the end of the row, until the marker, and then we proceed. So right now I have 12 stitches. You can count them, these 2 loops that make a chain. So you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And the next row we are going to alternate 1 increase, 1 single crochet. I'm going under both loops and I'm making 1 single crochet. And into the next stitch I'm going to make an increase. So 1 and 2 into the same. So into the same hole I make another single crochet. And I alternate 1 single crochet and an increase. 1 and 2 into the same. Then again 1 single crochet and an increase into the next one. So keep going until you reach the end of this row, and you must have 18 stitches at the end of this row. Now we are moving to our next row, and this time you must have 1 increase and 2 single crochet. So we are going to make first of all 1 increase, make 1 and 2, and 1 single crochet and another one into the next into the next stitch. Then we are going to make an increase again and 1 single crochet and another one. So as you understood, we have an increase and 1, 2 single crochet, an increase, and then 1 and 2 single crochet. That way you must go until the end of the row, and then I show you the next row. So the next row, as you may already guess, we will have 3 single crochet and then an increase. So we have 1 single crochet into 1 stitch, next single crochet into the next stitch, the third, and after that you're going to make an increase. Then you are moving again to 1 single crochet, 2, 3, and an increase. So keep making until you arrive to the end of the row. Now I'm sure you can guess already, you must have 4 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then an increase. So keep making until you arrive to the end of this row, and then I tell you what to do next. So after you crochet 4 single crochet and 1 increase, you have to make 2 rows of 1 single crochet into each stitch without increase. And that's how it will look like after 2 rows of 1 single crochet into each stitch without increase. Then you cut your yarn and you crochet the second half of the shell the same way, but without extra 2 rows of single crochet. You will have just 36 stitches, and here you will have just 36 stitches in total. So later we will sew the turtle together. And as I said, one part has extra 2 rows of 1 single crochet. Another part with the long yarn that we will use to sew the turtle, you must leave a long tail around these lengths to have for the sewing. There you don't need extra 2 rows of single crochet, you just make 4 single crochet increase, and that's it. So we have finished to crochet the shell, and now I'm going to show you how to crochet flippers. We have to crochet 4 of them. I will show you 1, and the other 3 you will crochet by yourself following this tutorial. So it's all the same like we crochet the shell, but they are much smaller, and then we just fold the circle into 2. So you have to make the magic ring as usual. Grab the tail and wrap around 2 fingers, make an X, turn, grab the yarn, twist, then you can release, take the working yarn and pull through the loop. Now you are going to crochet 6 single crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then pull the tail. Now, as usual, you can put the marker. You have to double each stitch so you get 12. So put 2 single crochet. One, 2. As we did for the shell, you just make 2 single crochet into each stitch. So keep making until the end of this row. The next row you alternate 1 single crochet and an increase, so you will get 18 stitches. I'm a bit fast because you already know how to crochet the shell, so in case you forget, you can rewatch the slow part of the shell. And the flippers are practically same but smaller, so 1 and an increase. So at the end of the row you will have 18 stitches. Keep doing by yourself and we meet at the end of the row. And for the last row of the circle you have to make 1 single crochet, then 2, and then an increase. So after this row you must have 24 stitches. And then I show you how to fold and make the flipper itself. So keep making until you finish this row. So now I have 24 stitches all around. You have to take the circle and fold into two. You can put this yarn inside. The next step, you have to take this, let's call it the first stitch and the last stitch where you have the yarn. So like this, then grab the yarn and make single crochet. Then you move to the next stitch under both loops and the next two loops on the other side. So you have 4. Hope you can see well. And then grab the yarn and put 2. So then again you must go to the next 2 and next 2 here, and you just make half a circle. So 1 stitch on this side and another stitch on this side. Nothing difficult, just make single crochet by joining these 2 halves. You go all through these 2 stitches. So go. Okay. One. And make the last 3 single crochet. So here and here. There you have. And to the very last. Could be a bit hard. Okay. So now, after we crochet, we have to, you can pull it through the loop, so to create the knot. We have to cut the yarn, and then I show you how to crochet them inside, how to sew them to the turtle. So you must have 4, so make the others by yourself. So right now I have crocheted the head, and we have to crochet the same way as we crochet the shell. The only difference that you must stop when you have 24 stitches. After you have 24 stitches, you stop and then you make 2 rows of 1 single crochet into each stitch without increase. That means just 1 single crochet into each stitch without increase. Keep crocheting, and we see after these 2 rows, and I show you how to make decreases. So after you crochet the 2 rows, we have to start the decrease row. Now we have 24 stitches, and after this row you will have 18. So all you need is to make 1 single crochet, 2, and now we are making a decrease. So you go with your hook under both loops, grab the yarn and keep the 2 loops. Go under next 2 loops and you have 3. And yarn over, pull through all 3. Now again you make into the next stitch 1 single crochet, then 1 single crochet into another stitch, then you go under next, grab the yarn, keep, go under the next 2, keep, yarn over, pull through all 3, then 1 single crochet, 2, again go under both, keep, and the other one, 3, keep, and pull through 3. So you go like that, making 2 single crochet and 1 decrease until the end of this row. Right now you must have 18 stitches, and we are moving to the next row where we are going to make all the same, but first you make 1 single crochet and then a decrease. So make 1 single crochet and 1 decrease, and you must have 12 stitches at the end of this row. Keep making until the end, and I show you how to finish. So right now I have finished. I have 12 stitches around. All I need is to keep the long yarn, so later I can use it to sew for the turtle head, and just cut the long yarn and leave it. And then we are starting the tail. For the tail is all the same, but instead of 6 we are going to crochet 4 single crochet into the magic ring. So you have to make the magic ring and make 4 single crochet instead of 6. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then you are going to pull the tail, close the hole, and going to make an increase into each stitch. So it's all the same, but now instead of 12 you will have 8 single crochet. So 1 and 2. So make increase into each stitch. 1 and 2. And we meet after you have 8 stitches. For the next row we are going to make 1 single crochet into each stitch, so you have 8 stitches at the end of this row, no increase. And then I show you what to do next. So the next row we are going to make a decrease row. You are going to make 1, 2, 4 decreases. So at the end of the row you will again have 4 single crochet, and it's our last row, and then we just have to sew the total finally and get the final project. I'm sure you are as excited as me every time when I make the amigurumi. I can't wait to see the final project, the final result of this amazing journey of crochet. So you must make 4 decreases to get 4 single crochet. It's a bit hard since you have little space here, but it's possible. Once your tail is done, you just pull the yarn a bit. You don't have to leave long tail, just short is enough. And that's it. Cut the yarn. And now we are going to attach the eyes, fulfill with hollow fiber, and the turtle is practically done. So now we are going to sew and to finish all the parts. So you have to use the eyes. You can use any type of eyes you have. You can also glue the eyes if you want to. I'm using safety eyes that you can insert inside, and here I already put them. You can fix so even the little babies cannot get damaged by the eyes, cannot get them out. and then you stuff them, the head, you stuff a bit, and then you can add a bit more stuffing while sewing. And now I'm going to show you how to sew. We are going to start with the flippers. We take one flipper and we place. You don't have to cut or hide the yarn. Everything will be inside the toy, inside the amigurumi. So just place the bottom part, the flipper, and the top part. The flipper must be exactly like that. So the yarns must go inside. And watch this side. This chain must watch this side. So you're going to take the tapestry needle and sew it around. So insert, here you left the long tail, insert here one row down here, and here we're going into the back. Here is your last row, and if you see, this is the wrong side where you have the yarn inside, and we have this, hope you can see clearly, you have these back stitches, the back stitches. So we are going to crochet to sew into them, so you cannot see the blue yarn later. And all you have to do is to sew like that, put all the yarn inside, and you're gonna make 3 stitches with each flipper. So here, then you go to the next back stitch, so it's here, then you go into the flipper, then here you go under both, so like this, and we made 2 stitches. So my camera turned off automatically. I'm not sure where I exactly stopped, but I repeat that you have to make 3 stitches with the flipper. So we are making the next one, go here under both, then inside here, and the back stitch here. And then pull the yarn, so next stitches, 5 stitches, you are crocheting without flipper, just into this back stitch, as I'm going to show you here. So we crocheted 1 flipper, now we make 5 stitches and we move to the next flipper. So here, go under both, one, two, then 3, so 4, and 5. Let me count how many I did. So I have crocheted 5 stitches, and now we are taking another flipper and we place it the same way as we placed the previous one. So put the yarn inside and you crochet the same way as this one, 3 stitches including the flipper. Then after you crochet these 3 stitches, I show you how to make the tail, how to sew the tail, and then we have just 2 other flippers and the head, and the turtle will be done. So after we have sewed the second flipper, we're going to sew the tail. So after that, after second one, you have to crochet not 5 but 2. So sorry, I'm saying crochet, but actually you have to sew just 2 stitches. So you go 1, 1 and 2, and then you are going to take and you are going to sew the tail the same way as flippers. You make 3 stitches, then you have 2 stitches here and you make another flipper, then 5 stitches, then another flipper, and then you have to sew the head. I will show you. So when you finish the last flipper, you turn on the video again and I show you how to sew the head. Guys, don't forget, after you crochet the flippers, you have to fulfill with hollow fiber the total. You can use, I use IKEA pillow, the cheapest one, and I just cut the pillow and take all the hollow fiber. You can use special one for amigurumi, or you can use just leftover yarn or any stuffing you want, even the rice. Put previously it in a plastic bag, so you can put some rice or stones, so anything you want to fulfill the turtle, fulfill it. And after that you just have to sew until the end, as I showed you before. Each stitch, like you sewed here, you sew here, and then we just will sew the head on top. Put the eyes between 4th and 5th row, or you can decide by yourself how you think is more beautiful. So we will see when I finish to sew this part. I just wanted to tell you, if you are sewing the first time, you can sew the last stitch and then you can just make a knot. It will not be visible, and you can even do like that. Insert your to the loop so you have the knot, and then just hide the yarn in between, then just pull it and you can cut the yarn and it will never go out. Here I got a bit of stuffing, and now I'm going to show you how to sew the head. It's all the same. We have to sew it all around this part. So is approximately, you go here, make 1 stitch on the head and 1 stitch here, and go all around. So the turtle will be like this. I will show you the beginning. So for your convenience, you just place, then you take the stitch here, and then the next stitch, and the next stitch on the head. So I hope it's clear. It's hard to show on the camera, it's much easier off camera. Then you just do next stitch on the head and next stitch on the body. Then again next stitch and next stitch here. So it's very simple. You just sew it all around, picking up one stitch there and one stitch here. Here on the top you will crochet on these rows like this. I always say crochet, but actually you will sew it, so it will have this kind of shape. And keep making until you arrive here, and we just cut the yarn and hide it in between the other stitches as I showed you before. So just keep crocheting if you want, the sewing if you want. You can put more filling while sewing the head, and then your turtle will be absolutely finished. So guys, that's it. My collection of turtles is growing. I really love to crochet them. I can't stop to make different colors, and as you can see, all the yarn, cotton, acrylic, and even the plush soft yarn, they're all beautiful with this pattern, and you can make any size and any shape. This pattern is super simple for beginners, but if you still have any questions, you can ask in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Thank you for supporting my channel. As you saw, YouTube added thanks button that you can click and support the channel and all my creations, so I can share more videos like this one, or anything you want me to crochet, you can ask me in the comments below, and I try to make tutorials that will be helpful for your projects. Thanks for watching, and see you again next time.